Welcome back to another video. My name is Ro and today I am kicking off a very special reading vlog. So way back in August, I read Spellslinger by Sebastian de Castell, if you guys may remember. Sebastian de Castell is one of Jade from JD Ray Reads' favourite authors ever, if not her favourite author. Probably. And she put my name forward for something called a BOOKTUBE tour. Now, you might have heard of these things on blogs. They are most popular, I'd say, a blog tour for a book coming out. And basically, it takes turns on each person's blog and they give a review of the book and then pass on to the next person, kind of like a relay race. So today, I'm here to talk about The Way of the Argosi by Sebastian Castell and the sequel, Fall of the Argosi. Now, this is a prequel duology to the Spellslinger series. You do not have to have read Spellslinger to read these, I'm pretty sure anyway. But it does follow Farius Parfax, who you do meet in the first book, who was one of my favourite characters when I read the book. So I'm super excited to read these. The reason that we are doing it this week is, as of you guys watching this right now, yesterday will have been the release date for the paperback of Way of the Argosi and the hardback of Fall of the Argosi. Like I said, this is a duology, but this video is going to be focusing on me reading Way of the Argosi, all my thoughts, feelings, how I feel throughout. It's nice and floppy. So I do want to give a huge shout out to HOTKEY Books for sending these copies my way for review. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will check in with you again at the end for something special. I will be doing a giveaway. Keep an eye out for the end for that giveaway information. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope I enjoyed the book and see you in a bit. Hi everyone, nightly update. So I am 100 pages exactly into Way of the Argosi, which is actually nearly a third of the way through. I'm really surprised at how quickly I have gotten through 100 pages of this. It's really fast paced, it's really funny. I already knew that Sebastian Castell was quite funny. The first book I read by him was Traitor's Blade, and then I read Spellslinger, so I haven't continued either of the series yet because I'm very behind on all of my TBR, especially series, but the humor is all there. In fact, it's probably one of the funnier ones, and I really enjoy Farius's, I don't really know what it is, it's just her like fuck you attitude to the world, especially like with what she's going through right now, because she is just a child in this. At least for the first 100 pages she is. I don't know if there's a time skip at any point. She looks maybe like she could be like 16 on the cover, so possibly we reach that age later on, or maybe in the sequel. I don't know. When we first meet her, she's 11, and then currently she is 13. So there has been about 2 years so far in the 100 pages. I think really it's more like a year and a bit, because I think she was just about to turn 12 when the book starts. But I'm super interested in her story so far. Really exciting, really fast paced, like I said, super enjoying it. I know I'm using all of the same adjectives. I'm struggling to kind of convey how much I'm enjoying this right now. I love this character. I was a little bit worried that I wouldn't like kind of understand much about her or what was going on, because having only read the first book in Spellslinger, I was a little bit worried that, I guess kind of what I'm trying to say is in Spellslinger, you don't learn a lot about Farius. So I assume that you get quite a lot in later books. The mystery about her, who she is, why she has the cards and stuff. So I was a little bit worried that I'd be not spoiling myself, but kind of like ruining it for myself, or I would be reading things that I don't know about, if that makes sense. Like, if they refer to anything in this book that is in later books in Spellslinger, I won't know what they're talking about. But considering I am planning on reading the other Spellslinger books, I'm hoping that it'll be fine just the other way around. And if I remember things from here and they come up later in the series, then it'll be fine. It's always weird reading prequels before reading the proper book, considering obviously prequels are kind of written afterwards. But yeah, I also just really love how floppy this paperback is. You guys know I love floppy paperbacks, and I will recommend, and I will buy a floppy paperback over a hardback personally, even though I own the hardback of this now as well. But I enjoy having hardbacks for like the aesthetic on the shelf, and then I love actually reading physical copies. I was going to tab this and perhaps underline things, but to be honest, I was quite tired tonight and I kind of just wanted to get started and get stuck in. So I didn't end up tabbing anything. There are definitely things that I would have tabbed or underlined, but it would have also taken me longer to get through this. And I am away this weekend, so I kind of have to have it done in the next 3 days, which I'm sure I will do. It's going so fast. I may even get to read the sequel. I was only going to read this for this vlog. The kind of focus is on the first book because the paperback has come out yesterday, but I may end up reading the sequel as well if I have time before I go away this weekend, which would be exciting and great. Tomorrow I'm going to Costa to study, and also I'm going to take the book with me to read at lunchtime and kind of in breaks and stuff. So you'll get to see a nice little montage there of me going out and not just clips of me raving about this book. I'm going to bed now, so I guess I will see you guys later. So last night on Sprints, I finished Way of the Argosi by Sebastian de Castell. I was actually super pleasantly surprised by this. There were a good few like small plot twists that I really enjoyed, and like I'm the kind of person who calls any kind of surprise a plot twist, so please don't go into this thinking then there's huge twists, but it means like a reveal is what I mean. I also wanted to show you like some of the art. At the beginning of each kind of section, there's kind of like an art tarot card, or like not tarot, just like a card really, because obviously the Argosi have like cards. That's kind of like a thing to them. But each section starts with like a card with like two ends, so it's the Knight and the Conqueror. And they kind of have opposite like themes and opposite meanings. My favourite one I will show you, other than the Argosi one, which is Jade's favourite, is this one. The Scholar and the Dreamer. Like, I would genuinely get this tattooed on me. It's so beautiful. I really like the kind of card design that it is. I know a tattoo artist like near me in Birmingham who specifically does tarot cards as well, like tattoo tarot cards. So I feel like she would do a really good job. So I'm actually really tempted to get this fucking thing tattooed on me. In the end, I gave this 4 stars on Corpile. I think to me it's more of like a 4.5, to be honest. There was only just that slight thing missing for me to push it to a 5. I am a very fussy person when it comes to 5s. I give out a lot of 4.5 stars if there's just that one thing missing, or possibly even like it couldn't have ever been a 5-star because I am so fussy, if that makes sense. But obviously we all know star ratings are subjective. This I would highly recommend to anyone. It's such a fun story. It took me mere hours to read. It's such a quick read. Sebastian Castell's writing, even with his adult series, his writing is just, it flows so well. You read it really quickly and you get really involved and really kind of just in the moment with the characters. I really enjoyed Farius' story. Really enjoyed meeting Durrell, another Argosi, because I know I've said this before, but I have only read the first Spellslinger book. I am planning on continuing. As of the point of these coming out and, you know, timing, I had not I had only recently read Spellslinger in August, but I was really, really pleased with like Farius's like character development, even Durrell's as well. I felt like he went through a little bit as well, meeting Farius and like helping her out and stuff. Farius is kind of like different stages she went through, you know, like the Scholar and the Dreamer and the Knight and the Conqueror and stuff. I really enjoyed kind of every stage of her growing up, and also kind of like her trying to find her place in the world. I really just liked that part of the story. I also really liked that we got some sapphic representation from Farius. So she basically mentions that she's not interested in men in that way. I don't know if I like interpreted that wrong, but I think she's lesbian. I'm pretty sure she's not bisexual, because she pretty much point blank says like she's not interested in men, but not in that many words, like in more words than that. And to just have like her fancying someone, or like even when she's younger, like growing an attachment to a girl who's a bit older than her, and then, you know, obviously she has to move on from there. It's kind of like the subtle representation that I want when it comes to sapphic relationships or sapphic people, because as someone who's never had a sapphic relationship myself, but who is sapphic and has only ever had those feelings like when I was younger and obviously before I met my partner, it's like almost saying hi to me, or like saying hi to someone who hasn't yet like managed to get out of their shell or get out and be with someone yet. And it's just kind of like, oh, I like seeing it basically. As much as I obviously love seeing full-on sapphic relationships as well, I like seeing the really subtle, just like, this story isn't about relationships. This story, I don't feel like romance would have added to this at all. So it's nice to just have that little sprinkle of something in there. So if you didn't know, this is a week-long tour. So the link is in the description to the playlist of all of the videos. Yesterday was Becca Fowle, so please go check her video out. Tomorrow there will be a Q&A with Sebastian de Castell himself on Jade's channel, that is Jade Ray Reads. Again, her link will be in the description. I hope you will know who she is by now if you're a fan of mine. And basically, yeah, check out everyone else on the tour as well. We have quite a few people like Michael from Average Reader, Vish from The Bookish V, and Aaron from Booked and Busy, and Steph from Steph Loves as well. So there's quite a few people or names you probably should recognise, or maybe don't, but if you don't, you should just go check them out anyway. Super excited to be a part of this BookTube tour. It's kind of the first one I've kind of seen of this kind, especially in the UK spaces anyway. I tend to only ever see blog tours, so I'm super excited to be involved in this. Can't wait to be involved in more in the future. I will now talk about the fact that I got sent 2 copies of Way of the Argosi by accident, so I will be giving away a copy, the unread copy. I mean, they look pretty much the same, but this one is a little bit more read. So I'll be giving away my unread copy of Way of the Argosi. Please do comment a emoji with cards in it. Could be the ace card, could be like the 3 cards thing. If you don't know how to do an emoji or cards on your laptop or something for commenting, just put the word card in your comment or in like quotation marks so that I can pick it out. I can only give this away to UK residents. Please don't enter if you're not in the UK. I can't afford shipping anywhere else. I'm really sorry. It's kind of all I can afford right now. But yeah, UK only. I will be giving away this copy of Way of the Argosi. I will also be tweeting out about the giveaway, so keep an eye out for that as well. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed. Please do comment if you enjoyed as well, and make sure you subscribe for future content from me. If you are interested, all of my links are in the description, including my Patreon. Speaking of my Patreon, I want to say a huge shout out to everyone at my deity tier. So that is Becca, Meg, Amy, Lisa, Lydia, Mercy, and Sarah. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!